Well, good evening, anyone that happens to be out there, whether you're out there now as I say these words, or you're out there in the future. This is going to be a relatively short uh, broadcast, comparatively speaking, since, uh, Halloween is almost here. So that would be the 31 Nights of Halloween are at an end as far as the YouTube recordings go. And as far as all the posts on the blogs, Shades of Grey and Terror Titans will have a whole flood of posts tomorrow. Not quite every couple hours there'll be something new that will be showing up on the blogs. Meanwhile, here, my original thought was that this would kind of be the end of the Halloween celebration on YouTube from my side of things, at least. And then at about 4 this afternoon, an idea struck me. Hey, I've got a couple of Lovecraft poems. I've got some Robert E. Howard poems that are spooky and creepy. Why not do a poetry reading every hour on the hour until the Day of the Dead rolls around? So, starting at midnight, so as the calendar clicks over to October 31st, if everything goes well, the first of those poems that I'll be reading, that video will be going live. It's pre-scheduled. I did it just a little while ago. And since, as I've said many times during this past month, I'm just kind of hopped into this YouTube thing with really no clue as to what the heck I'm doing. So I actually don't know whether I can be talking live in one channel and putting it up there on the page, and at the same time a video is scheduled to go live. I don't know. I will keep talking until at least until at least midnight, and then I will swivel around and check my main computers over here to see if the video is live. The first of the poetry readings. I am certain that they will get views that can be numbered in the single digits, and that who does go to look at them will probably also say, wow, that was absolutely horrifying. Because like I've said before, I have a face that's good for radio and a voice that's fit for silent movies. And not that much of a performer when it comes right down to it, which is actually kind of funny because, first, let me just, oh yeah, this here. Anybody remember my streams about mugs? I completely forgot to talk about this. This is my Bones coffee mug. I'll be drinking out of it tomorrow because, well, it's Halloween. They got little. It's probably hard to see, but it's got the Bones mascot on there and the Bones logo. And got this when I was doing a lot of coffee reviews, which I may or may not get back to come November, mid-November. I don't know. Still trying to decide. But I'm out of coffee, so I'll have to buy some coffee if I'm going to resume those. Well, not quite out, but okay, I'm getting off topic here. The topic is, well, these poetry readings. And why I say it's kind of funny that I'm doing this, because there was a time in the, first briefly during the early 80s overseas, and then again in the early 90s when I was in college and I was fiddling around with film and theater, that I should be an actor. I soon decided that, you know what, that is entirely too much work. Same thing when I decided I was going to be an artist, and I decided that was entirely too much work to be good at it. There's a lot of craft that needs to be mastered, and I'm just too damn lazy. So it's interesting that I am now going on YouTube and doing poetry readings since, no skill whatsoever. But it is the day of horror, so however they turn out, it'll be fitting. It's, dark poetry, probably delivered in a very horrible fashion. But, the few people that check them out will be able to judge that. I think I mentioned that I'm going to be doing Robert E. Howard poems, some Lovecraft poems. Lovecraft got drawn into this when I came upon Halloween in the Suburbs, or Halloween in Suburbia. I'm blank on the title right now, but that's probably one of the longer poems that I will be reading, because one of the problems when you think of something like this the day of, essentially, there's not a lot of time to for there's rehearsal. What's rehearsal? I don't know what rehearsal is. And multiple takes. Who's heard of multiple takes? Certainly not me, especially not when I will have to sleep during the day, and I already have at least 4 hours of tomorrow of the actual day consumed by meetings that I have to be at. I can't just there are things I can't blow off just to do something fun on YouTube. So I need to pre-schedule a bunch of these. Some of them I'll probably just hop on and do live like I'm talking now, which will probably be truly horrific. But this whole thing, I'm doing it for fun. And when I was first thinking about being an actor and pursuing it for a while, it was because it was fun. But then again, if you want to be good at this sort of thing, you have to work at it. And while I was willing to work at the craft of writing and becoming a writer, the type of work and the level of commitment and dedication that good actors do, same thing with good artists, I just, it wasn't something I was willing to do. Maybe if I had been willing to do it, these poetry readings starting here at midnight would be better than they're probably going to turn out. But as I said, I'm gonna be enjoying doing it, and frankly, that's what I care about when it comes to this YouTube thing. Do I like it? Am I having fun? Yeah. When I stop having fun, I will stop doing it. To some degree. I mean, right now, there's also a fellow out there that I want to be grumpy about, so those will be coming for a while. One of those posts today, the Cholito Daily, will continue until either he's back in whatever hole that he crawled out of with his ridiculous lawsuits. But that's really too much. That's real too much. Too real life horror. But since I'm going to be looking for poems when I'm not in meetings tomorrow, and when I'm not sleeping during the night, I should have time to at least as background static and noise as I'm looking through and identifying, because I have I think 16 poems that I've identified. So I'm still short poems. So if anyone has some poems they want to suggest and you see this video in the next day, please use the comment section. Tell me, suggest some poems that I should read. I prefer their public domain, because I would hate to have some sort of copyright strikes against my little channel here. Although I might also play with fire a bit. There's a couple of Emily Dickinson poems that I really want to read because I like them, and I think they're fitting. But Harvard, as far as I'm aware, they've got her copyrights all locked up, and doom and destruction to anyone who violates that. And doing a reading on a YouTube broadcast probably violates that, and it will be found. There's all kinds of methods by which it can be found. But background noise while I'm looking for poems and doing a one read through before I do the recording, I'll be able to watch some of these. Some of the Kung Fu zombie films that I picked up and didn't have time for. Maybe I will get some of those watched, and maybe even pepper in a last minute zombie film review, Kung Fu zombie film even. Or maybe I'll watch Baby Oopsie. I mentioned that a few days ago in one of these Halloween streams, because I guess they're called streams. They're not broadcasts. They're live streams. I should get the terminology right. I should become a 21st century man, as Electrolyte Orchestra said. Was it 21st century or 20th century man? 21st century man, I think. And I guess I'll also have to, well, I am ready for the trick-or-treaters. I hope you guys are ready for the trick-or-treaters out there, that you bought your candy. Although if you waited until tomorrow, you could probably get candy at a discount. I'd imagine that things are going on sale pretty early in the day on the 31st. So maybe if you waited to the last minute, you may be proven to be smarter than I. I guess I will have to come on in the evening. Well, right around the time I'm going to be doing some poetry reading, and hopefully we'll give an update on whether trick-or-treaters came and ate my candy. If they didn't come and eat my candy, well, I guess I'll be eating a candy bar for, a little mini candy bar a day for the foreseeable future. And it'll have to be a candy bar a day because, here, let's overshare a bit. But for the first time in, 25 years, maybe 30 years, I'm actually concerned about losing a little bit of weight. I've been packing on the pounds for the 2.5 decades, and I'm now kind of taken down at about a pound and a half a week, just because I'm watching what I'm eating. I'm moving around some more. Trying to get back to my my youthful athleticism now that I'm old and broken down and crippled. But I should have started that a long time ago. But we're coming into, well, again, if I have leftover Halloween candy, we'll have to be eating some of that. Although if I bring it to the office and co-workers can eat some of it, although they'll be bringing in candy too, I'm sure. And of course, if I end up going to people's holiday parties, there'll be food there too. Although I work tends to get in the way for me of attending holiday parties, but we'll see what happens this year. All right, it's now 11:59. So pretty soon, just in a minute or two, is when I will be seeing whether I can be chattering along and a scheduled video can also appear on the page at the same time. So I'm going to turn sideways here for a second. Actually, no, I don't think there has been a more content-less video than the very first ones I was doing on this channel. So I guess it's coming full circle from the beginning of the month, or the end of September rather, to the end of October. But I hope to be carrying at least a little bit forward into November, and we'll see what the future will bring. But let's see what we have on the channel. Well, okay, maybe it didn't work, or I need to refresh the screen. So let's see what we can do here. YouTube. But yeah, like I said, I just jumped into YouTube not knowing what I'm doing. So everything is an experiment. Everything is a learning experience. So congratulations, you guys are my guinea pigs. Okay, well, it's telling me I'm live. I probably need to fix that setting because I don't need to tell myself that I'm live on YouTube because I kind of know it. Let's go to my channel. And yeah, there's the live broadcast. Halloween is almost here. Actually, Halloween is here. Woohoo! This is left over from my Halloween candy taste test. It's the caramel M&M. Celebrate it. I'm celebrate the arrival of Halloween by eating a piece of candy. Yum. Let's see. Playlists. Aha! There's a new playlist. It's called Poetry Readings with Steve. That's where all the poetry readings will show up. However many I manage to get done. But right now there's 3 videos in that little box. And, well, that's no good. One that was supposed to go live. All right, well, apparently I don't know how to program things. So I'm going to have to try to fix this. Since the intent was just to have, oh, wait, maybe I can see things you guys can't see, although I don't think so. That makes no sense. Let's go to YouTube Studio, see how I messed up, because the video I thought was going to be up there is indeed up there, so yay. But one that wasn't supposed to be up there yet looks like it already is. And that's unfortunate because, oh no, it still says it's scheduled. So, okay, I'm seeing it. You guys aren't seeing it yet. So apparently I programmed things correctly. And they do go live as I'm chattering on. So that's good to know. That's good information to have. Which then makes me wonder why I've observed at least one YouTube creator go on about how he needs to sign off because his video is going to be going live. Maybe it's because he doesn't want to split his audience. I don't know. I have no audience, so I don't care. However, so now I know that the that post can be scheduled and I can be going live at the same time. That's great. And with that, I am going to sign off because I got to find a few more poems and I've got to start recording. And I hope, like I said, I hope I'll be able to count the number of views at least on one hand. 2 hands would be nice, but one hand, I will be happy with one hand. And yeah, so the new playlist, Poetry Readings with Steve or by Steve, or now I've already forgotten what the darn thing is called. Well, I'll figure out what it's called. Anyhow, yes, thank you. If you find this, I thank you for looking, and for if you get this far, I really thank you. But I gotta go find poems, gotta do some recording. So hope you're having a good night, a good day, wherever you are, whenever you are. And the 2-button thing, the 2-button push happens now. Button 1 and button 2, and we are clear.